It's Jason from Jaysons Creations, and today, I am going to be telling you guys about the vacation I have in about 3 to 2.5 months. So, this vacation is gonna be my third cruise. By the title, you can tell that I am going on the cruise, and the reviews that I've been seeing on the Carnival Celebration vacations and vlogs, it's back and forth. Some people might say it's good, some people might say it's bad. So I have my boarding pass downstairs at my house currently, but I would want to stay here and do the video with you guys. See, so I feel like I'm gonna have a good time, to be honest. But if you guys have been on the trip, you guys can tell me how it went, how it didn't, what you did and what you didn't do, what you discovered, what didn't you discover, how were the slides, how was the water park, how was the sail away party. It could be a bunch of things you could tell me about. But yeah, also, I thank you guys for 164 subscribers. We're almost there to 200 and I can't wait. So, I'm also going to be telling you about the other cruises I went on, because I have been on 2 other cruises. The Carnival Celebration is going to be my third one. So, right here on the Carnival not Carnival Celebration, my bad. On the Carnival Conquest, see, we started off good. We went up to the Lido deck. It was all smooth. We got to know the place a little better. We saw the Lido deck. We ate food and all that stuff, right? And we had fun for the first day. See, on the second day, we had went to Nassau, Bahamas. And I can tell you that wasn't the best Nassau, Bahamas trip. And I say that because when I was at Nassau, Bahamas, there was obviously drivers offering to drive people around, right? When I was there with my grandparents, my brother, and my dad, see? And we had paid the guy for him to drive us around and us to get to know the place a little more, because I've gone to that place before on a previous cruise trip. And so we were driving around. We drive by the beach that sorry, I had to stop here because the beach that he drove us to, I almost drowned, and I don't want to say I almost died, but I almost lost my breath and lost control of breathing, and I could have been rushed to the hospital, which I don't even think there was a hospital nearby, so I could have probably ended up passing away. But yeah, we don't really talk about that. We didn't have the best trip at Nassau, Bahamas at that time. But afterwards, it ended up good. Well, yeah, it was good. I would say 15 minutes after, because we had just left that. I don't want to say left, cause the guy, cause we were complaining, cause he didn't want to drive us to another beach and all that stuff. So we had a problem with it. You know, you respect your customers. We basically paid almost $500 for him to drive us around, and he took off. So what we did was we tried to figure out something. When we were figuring out the situation that we were in, a nice, sweet guy, a man, came in a nice van, a nice clean van, because the other previous driver had not as a good car to drive us around in. Let's see. His name was, I think, Ricky, and he drove us around. He was really nice, and we obviously, for him it was $20 to pay him, and it was crazy because I was in shock. This guy was so nice. He drove us around. He drove us back to the ship and all, and I had a good time with him. So I was in a pumped mood, and I had all that fun time with him, driving around and talking with my family about him, and yeah. And we had and we went back to the ship. We ate. The next day we had a very fun day in the arcade. We went out to the pool and everything. The night party was really cool. Our cruise director was named Savannah. She was the cruise director at the time. You could tell me in the comments if you know her, if you saw her in the previous cruise you've been on. And yeah, so that's enough about Carnival Conquest. I want to tell you about Carnival Freedom. So I didn't go when the cruise was going on fire, because some of you as may know that the cruise tail had caught on fire, and that wasn't back in 2022. But I went in 2023 with all my cousins, my aunt's other side of her family, and then my other aunt, and then I went with my grandparents, my dad, my cousins, my little baby cousin, and yeah. So we had a good fun trip. Then we went to Nassau, Bahamas, and Princess Cay, a 4-day cruise. And it wasn't as bad as Carnival Conquest, because I could compare them and I could easily tell you that Carnival Conquest was the best, right? And Carnival Freedom wasn't so bad. So we went to Nassau, Bahamas, and we went to Princess Cay. It was so fun. Nassau, Bahamas, it was way better. I went to the beach with well, this was the cruise trip that I almost drowned in that beach. So the driver took us to another beach where my cousins were at, because we were at my grandparents, me, my brother, and my cousin's best friend were at the beach, right? And my dad, were at the beach, right? And that was when I had almost drowned. So by the time I got out with snaps like this, and we went to another beach where all of my other cousins were at, and we had a very fun time. We ate ice cream. We had a good time. We played. It was so cool. So we had just gotten back to the ship, and we had a good rest of our time. By the time we got back at the ship, after a few hours we had got on the ship, I was very tired. So then I had fell asleep for a little bit, went back to my cabin and fell asleep for a little bit. And then we had a good rest of our time. We had went into the arcade again, and then back to the pool, and then went to my cabin to shower, and then a little bit after went to the arcade again. So yeah, guys, I really have nothing else to say for this video. I had a really fun time on these cruises, even though some of them were slightly great and not really great. But yeah, all I have to say is like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you get notified all the time for all my videos. And yeah, peace.